What's up, y'all? This week we're going to give you an insight into the current paint room situation and then take you kind of truck by truck on where it's currently sitting and some updates. So,
It's a slow process, but it is slowly coming. I'm having to try to make a true square and along, adding support frame. As you can see over there, I have to restud everything from what they had currently. So it's been a little bit of a challenge, but we're getting it. I'm trying to figure out. I can order like bulk supplies at once, but there's always that miscellaneous stuff they have to get. Whether it's ordering it or from a local supplier, that takes a little bit of time usually. But the plywood is up, the heater is mocked up, roughed in for wire. The light supply is roughed in for wire. Outlets. I'm finishing the last wall. I had to wait for a hammer drill so I can put in this pressure treated board that comes along right here. There'll be a double door, 70 or 80 by 72 wide, so I can walk in. Futurely, I'll figure out something to make stuff easier, but for this, it's just mostly parts, so it'll be easy access. The fan finally just came in, actually a few days early, surprisingly. It's 24 inch by 24 exhaust fan. It's gonna go on that back wall. That's why the plywood is just sitting there still. I have to cut and mock it all up, but I wasn't gonna make it permanent until I finish that. And that's where I stand currently at that stage.
what was the biggest challenge so far?
Time. Time and setting them when I don't have help, setting it by yourself. I said when I don't have.
So he's pretty much calling me out. But getting the plywood up with just two people has been very interesting, let alone when he is by himself. So with this not even being true, it actually bowed in a certain section. So some of the measurements were just slightly off. And then what would you consider the supports that you put in? So all of our pillars go in this direction, but he put additional supports in throughout and the perpendicular. I don't know if you'll be able to see.
Yeah, you can see.
But anywho, additional ones to help out with this old barn. With that being said, had to retake those down and remeasure just because nothing is square. But
The biggest thing was when I did my plywood, I didn't just make it for the room. When I set it up so it ran true to the whole run. So once I get this up, which the wall will be right here, I can continue on building supports. I gotta put rafter supports for that big area, but we can work on to the next phase. She cleaned up that wall so I can dismantle everything that's there and then rough it out so I can get an outlet or two and plywood and insulation and all the boring stuff that you guys don't want to know.
But let me tell you something. We have held on to so much, and I am so proud because this is the hoarder. And he was like, let's let it all go. Now we're probably gonna regret that in a couple months.
As soon as I start a project, I'm gonna need something that she just started throwing away.
Don't even go there. I asked before I threw out anything. I asked first. So you have mutual blame.
We didn't throw that away yet.
Are you referring to my truck? Go.
Here's my 2022 GMC Denali 3500. It's pretty much stock, other than I got a 4-inch CST suspension lift along with anything that they offer for the front end components, tie rods, their shocks, upper control arms, spindles, you name it, all that fancy stuff. And the rear suspension wise, it's just on blocks and their stuff. I don't mean no air ride, nothing like that. I did opt up to their 2.0 series shocks just for better ride quality. Other than that, I didn't jack up my torsion keys crazy. I just kind of leveled it out. It's actually still a little bit low. The orange is actually the wrap color that it will be. That's what Potterworks 717. Him and I went back and forth. I gave him a piece of my wrap. He was able to match it, and that's what it has. And honestly, it hasn't faded. It hasn't done anything. It's been used and abused through winters, everything, rocks, you name it. No chips. Been pretty good. Still got more stuff to powder coat, but it just takes time. Now that our paint shop is finally there, not miscellaneous stuff, I can start to color match, get rid of all the chrome, collage mirrors. Then I'm gonna start wrapping it, hopefully. And then the thing I've been waiting for forever is the flatbed, hopefully sometime soon. We'll see. It's been a budget that's out of budget. We all know how that goes. They're forged. I don't remember the series because when John and I had talked about it, I wanted something different. So he had cut me something. I know Cal, he runs these as well, mostly the polished series. But they're just 24 by 12 up front. And then the normal dually in the rear, which is 24 by 8.5. I do have an 1.5" adapter to 10 lug. Give me my wheel spacing I need away from the leaf springs. But other than that, just 12.5 wide tires of the Venom. I don't even know, yeah, Terra Hunters. I highly recommend, don't get them unless you're on a budget. They're great, cheap budget. They're just loud. They wear good, but they just have constant loudness. Whether you're going slow or you're going loud or fast or concrete, whatever it is, it's there. It can get annoying at times. But other than that, that is pretty much this build. It's kind of going to stay at this height, sort of. Maybe a little bit higher, lower, I don't know. It's just a tow pig. That's all. Nothing fancy.
I know we talk about Paradise, or I talk about Paradise all the time. That's what I'm known for. But this has to probably be my most exciting build for this year. This is my Boland's 1991, I think. It's got a diesel in her. So I think with the new paint room, I'll be able to do my first paint project because I think her color matched and putting around at the shows would be pretty cool. I did talk to a couple companies about like maybe putting like a little mini turbo on her and stuff, so I don't know engine component wise what will be done to her, but I think even with a fresh coat of paint, we have been talking to the Amish about getting a upholstered seat, and then obviously we're gonna have to upgrade the wheel and tire setup, but this is all Betsy here. I don't have an official name for her yet, but I don't know, I'm pretty excited. Could you imagine going around the show and just rolling coal? Well, I gotta redirect this because it just smacks you in the face.
Right here is my 2005. I'm just kidding. This here's 05 Chevy 2500. Regular cab, long bed with the 6.0 liter LS and paired with the NV 4500 5-speed. There's a lot of sentimental to this truck. I'm not going to go into detail in this video, but if you listen to them personally, they know the story. If not, check out my Instagram. I kind of have a little bit above it. I haven't done anything besides put some Hummer H2 wheels on it. That's about it, and some burnouts, and did the clutch so I could drive it. But other than that, we just daily it around. We go run errands with it, and that's about it. But future plan with this is to be the fun truck, just as Brandon was my best friend, who this truck was. He's just a fun guy. We always used to get in a lot of trouble, so hopefully I don't get in the trouble aspect of things, but had a lot of fun. So especially with little man, he likes to tear up stuff on our road of burnouts you can see on the driveway. But yeah, that is that. But futurely I'm just gonna start with small mods and work my way up. I haven't decided if I want to keep the stock height lower or just a little bit of lift, but I'll let you guys throw some comments in, give me some ideas from a rendering that I have not yet done yet. But that's all for that one. But yep, that is this old girl. What?
You just sound so depressed when you talk. And that's not your personality, so it's just weird. You're gonna feel more comfortable.
Well, this whole that thing, yeah, eventually. Very much. I could talk the whole world about it, but that's just the current stand. It's just what it is gonna be.
You gotta get me running like that? Alright, so it gets dark at like 4:30 here, but there's nothing really much to see. This is the 24 Chevy 3500 that we got to get rid of my car, my Tiguan. There's absolutely nothing done to it, but I was just talking to Fast about putting their drop-in system in, so we should have that in a couple weeks, which will be a cool install to show. But other than that, little man has completely cleaned this truck. So right now it's considered the family truck, but he's been throwing around what he wants to do to it. Of course he wants the flatbed like his dad. He wants the big wheels and tires and stuff, but trying to get him to like see all the options and exactly what his plans are for it. And of course he has to keep his grades up. We'll see how far it goes. But right now I think we might do some color matching again because we have this amazing paint booth coming, so my husband's gonna be super busy. But that's pretty much it. Stock. Alright, so unique feature of this shop is that it's actually 2 levels. So bottom part, big trucks used to come through. It's all dirt right now and kind of exposed, so it's pretty much just a storage area at the moment. And then up here is where we're kind of setting up actual work. Doing the paint room, we'll have the toolboxes all set up and a little bit better organization. Right now she's a little bit of a hot mess. But Paradise is covered up because she is not movable at the moment. I've been posting about the MV5600 conversion that we've been doing because I originally had a G360 in it. I was waiting on a few parts. They have come in. So we're gonna work on that after I come back from a work trip at the end of the month. And then not only that, but this one's gonna take more than just a week because I have the prototype for Vintage Air to get that tested to see if it makes sure it'll fit. I got CVF Racing for their serpentine system, and a couple other companies that I've been collaborating with are kind of having that communication on how we're gonna update So hopefully like new injectors and things like that. Starting to finally work on underneath the hood because she is very stuck. But that's pretty much it.
All right, guys, don't mind all my wiring back there. They're just my main home runs. I haven't, they're actually still just laying on the ground. So that's the next project. It's slowly getting stuff. I got some more home runs to put in, and I'm just gonna neaten all up at once instead of trying to do it every single wire. So that's that.
So my phone just died, but that's pretty much it. That's a quick walkthrough of all the trucks, I think.
Yeah, as you can see from this view, there's a lot more work than it looks like from up there, but it's coming slowly. Maybe if she hits the lottery, we can get concrete in the floor.
Yeah. So make sure you stay tuned. I cannot guarantee what's coming next for Tuesday, but be sure to subscribe.
Probably Kyle's shop.
Oh yeah. He just got all his tenon stuff for his shop, and that's our second home from this shop, so we'll be there.
Just fart?
I'm gassy. My sugar went low.
You gonna add that in the video? That could be a closer because I'm getting away from you.
That's messed up. It's not even that bad. I almost died today.
Me too. I was in
Oh
a
my
9-foot
gosh.
hole. I could have died.
All right, we're getting depressive. So comment if you want to see anything else. Probably less gas, but
I'm
stop it.
downstream.
It's not even downstream.
I'm down from you. That's downstream. If I was up there.
All right, we'll see y'all next time. That's messed up, Aaron.
You did it.